Good morning, people. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Jerome Arab. For those of you who do, what's happening? So I just thought I'd share from, you know, sunny Africa. Right now I'm in Livingstone, so I'd like to share a little bit more about what we're doing at UI. Underrated Individuals has been focused on story equity. There's over 50 countries in Africa, and yet predominantly most of the content that people consume related to Africa is filmed in South Africa or Nigeria. I think East Africa is creeping in there, but still predominantly South Africa and Nigeria. As for the connection and us marrying, like the content, you have francophone speaking spaces where most of their content is circulates amongst themselves. We've got the Portuguese speaking space where most of the content circulates amongst themselves. And then we've got the English speaking or the English ex-English colonies, ex-Portuguese, ex-French, where the content kind of generally circulates around itself. We've got the Swahili speaking people now where East Africa kind of, that's why I'm saying they're creeping in. It just circulates around themselves because there's about 6 or 7 countries that can get a hold of that. Whereas there's very little crossover. So Unrated Individuals is trying to open up those doors where, one, when we say story equity, more stories are being told and more stories are being captured. We look at where we are and understand that the creative is the new or the modern day storyteller. We, the people that gather people around the fire and pass on our heritage. And in doing so, we're able to preserve it. The beautiful thing about the stage that we're in the space that we're in right now, is we can document that. Whether it's on camera or on audio or whatever it is, we can document that and upload it in order to make sure there's an influx of information related to where we are from, regardless of whether you're only in South Africa or in Nigeria. And even then, I can go a step further because predominantly a lot of the stuff in South Africa is produced in Johannesburg. Not saying that the other spaces are not represented because they've got SABC that's doing an amazing job of trying to incorporate everybody. But it's still quite an impossible task because you've got a lot of remote places. Here lies the opportunity. So the opportunity lies in the space where we have in Zambia 20 hours of load shedding, but that means that we have to rely on solar, which takes us off grid, but also then means that once it's established, we're not, going back and paying for power consistently. Then we have the problem of, let's just say, cooking, because you can't really cook on solar. That's quite a lot of power you're using. And we want to try and stop burning, and picking wood for burning on large scale. So we've got biogas. And how we're going to do that is by making sure we're working off farmable land. Most rural areas quite farmable. You can have livestock. If you collect that stuff, you can put it through a biodigester and from there produce gas, which you could cook on. Us testing these systems is what we're doing right now and hoping to then scale them as soon as we find something that works. Why am I sharing this? Because it's not about holding that information and just trying to paint in something so no one can use it. It's about sharing the information because hopefully it will change people's lives. And if somebody does it before us, so be it. But if we do it, we're going to make sure everybody gets it. That's our goal. Is Rockefeller's goal was to light everybody's homes with Standard Oil. Ours is to light everybody's lives with sustainable living. I hope that makes sense. And we love you all. Thank you guys for paying attention to our page. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking and checking out our content. We're going to try and produce a whole lot more and carry on pushing to a sustainable and equitable future. Stay blessed from myself, Jerome Arab, and the UI team. Peace.